月の都より参りました。綿月の豊姫と申します。すでに私の妹とは会いましたか？ちょっぴり頑固で真面目すぎるところがあるけど、本当はとってもいい子なの。もしあの子とも縁があったなら、その時は姉妹ともどもよろしくお願いするわ。あ、それともう一つ、矢心様がどちらにいらっしゃるかご存知じゃないかしら。
Toyohime is a great friend with terrifying nuke power, this because of certain properties in her last word, making her last word is the most racist last word in the game. Not only that, together with a really useful skill, Toyohime always become reliable when it comes to farming. First of all, Toyohime has a really high yin attack, and HP. Her HP will help her survive in a 3-wave stages, and the yin stats will nuke the enemies away. Her yang defense is somewhat pretty low, but luckily, it complemented by her outstanding yin defense. Toyohime will deals 30% more damage to effective element. This ability will make her hits the shit out of the enemies harder. Quite expected from a friend with an attacker class. Her first skill is an attack buff skill. This skill will give Toyohime with 3 levels of yang attack, while also granting quick status to herself. This skill is somewhat a tricky skill due to the quick status in it. Her second skill will gives her 2 levels of accuracy up, with additional 1 level, with 60% success rate. Her last skill is kinda similar. This skill will give Toyohime 2 levels of accuracy and crit accuracy. This skill will also give additional 1 layer each, with 80% success rate. Her first passive will grants 1 level of crit accuracy, with 25% chance. Her second passive gives 1 level of yin attack, with 30% chance. And her last passive gives 1 level of accuracy, with 30% chance. All this passive will activate automatically every time Toyohime gets attacked. Her solo spread shot has an access to metal element with just 1 power. This spread shot is somehow also good for collecting power. With this balance, I can say that you can always use this spread shot for endless circle of metal break to the enemies, while collecting enough power for the next turn. A great thing to have, when you are stalling in the tower. Her focus shot hits 1 target. Similar to her spread shot, her focus shot has an access to water element with 1 power. Due to this shot having effective against dwellers of Gensokyo, her focus shot will hits harder to a large number of the enemies. What do you expect from a game that taking place in the Gensokyo in the first place? Footnote, that shark looks cute. Her first spell attack all target. This spell provides us with easy access to 1 water break on 0 power, and another 1 moon break on 2 power. This spell will also grants Toyohime with 2 level of accuracy up, with additional 1 level with 60% chance. Her second spell attack a single target. Similar to her first skill, this spell also provides us with easy access to 1 fire break on 0 power, and another 1 moon break on 2 power. This spell will also grants Toyohime with 2 level of yin attack up, with additional 1 level with 60% chance. Let's watch a short clip of Toyohime's last word first. Now I need to tell you, that this spell, with a clear view of a blue dragon, in fact is not a water element spell, but a wood element spell. Her last word gives 1 wood break in 0 power, 1 moon break at 2 power, and another wood break at 3 power. This spell will also give Toyohime 2 levels of crit accuracy, and 2 levels of yin attack, with 20% chance each, to get additional 1 layer. Due to her unique last word, I feel that I need to make a session just to talk about it. Making sure that you can fully understand Toyohime's last word potential. This last word is lacking on element break. But, to cover the shortfall, this spell will provide you with an enormous amount of damage it can deal to the enemies. All of her bullet is Ying body bullets, making it easier to buff the damage. Not enough with that, all her bullet equipped with the unique properties of effective against dwellers of Jinsokyo. We can also see this properties in her focus shot earlier. This unique bullet's properties will make Toyohime's last word hits harder to a large number of enemies that existed in the game, making her last word become the most racist last word in the game. I'll keep it clear with you. Toyohime is perfect how she is. She got attack buff, accuracy buff, and crit buff, all from her skills. This makes us having no other choice but to use story card, that gives spirit power up, or use story card with the instat stick. Or maybe you can combine them, by putting 1 or 2 story card with spirit power up, and put story card with the instat stick for the others. Midnight Tea will do the job really well. You can also use the Witch of Scarlet Dreams, if you feel a bit fancy. Due to all her buff she gets from her own skill, her last word is quite tricky to buff. This is because we must decide what we want to buff, whether buffing her crit attack, her yin attack, or her body bullets. Personally, I will recommend you to use overwhelming firepower, buffing both her yin attack and her wood element at the same time. Buffing body bullets is also a good idea, since all of her bullets only consist of it. Eating contest will increase the spell card's body bullet, while also healing the user. Story card like Undercover Reporter will also do the jobs. This story card has less body bullet buff than the previous one. But this story card also buffs the wood bullet, making it also stand out as one of the best choice. Level 9 for her first skill is the top priority. This will make sure we always get 3 levels of yin attack buff. And that's all. I don't think the other skill really need to level up. Her second skill gives us with 1 level of accuracy buff at level 1. And her third skill gives us with 2 levels of accuracy and crit accuracy, even at level 1. In general use, 2 accuracy buff is already enough. But with only her skill, we can get 3 accuracy buff and 2 crit accuracy buff. Talking about greedy, you might think you want to level up her third skill, for that crit accuracy buff. But seriously, her last word already provides us with additional 1 level of crit accuracy, even at 1 star. So just level up her first skill to level 9, and leave the others be. Toyohime is a really good friend to have. She will really be a great help in any situation. Farming or climbing tower will be a walk in the park. Due to her racist last word properties, due to her unique last word properties, the damage she can dealt to the enemies is tremendously high. Equipped with some really useful skills to buff herself, we can focus on scaling her damage. Though, you might notice it already, her first skill is equipped with quick status. This status is making Toyohime become a selfish attacker that hard to work with the other friends. Luckily, this selfishness is backed up with her ability to nuke all the enemies. The other crucial weakness she got is her lack on element breaker in her spells. Her first and second spell only gives us with 2 element breaks even at 3 powers. Even her last word only gives 3 element breaks at 3 powers. The break it provides also element that really different each other, making it harder to use. It will be difficult to find a great pair for Toyohime due to her selfishness. But any friends with debuff skill is always work. Someone like Shion is the best choice I can think of right now. Being a debuffer with quick status might help her to work with Toyohime's selfish nature. Also, I recently got Shion from the banner, might make a video for her later. That's all from me. Yeah. Sorry for not uploading in a while. I got my hands full of mid-semester test, and some internship problem. Yes, I'm a student in a college, shut up. And, in the end I still didn't have a proper closing line for my videos.